Instagram. Hi, Facebook. Coach Liv here with another Transformational Tip Tuesday. And I'm going to talk about my post that I did this morning. That is the 3 things that will help you transform your life. This one's going to be pretty quick just to get on through it. But the first one is to start noticing your triggers. Start paying attention to the triggers that you have in your life. One of the guests that I had on my season 6 of my podcast, The Empowered Woman, Badass and Unfiltered, it was called Taming Your Triggers was the episode, but we were really focusing on children and the parental relationship with parents and their kids, and being caught up in being during COVID, being stuck in the house all together, and you have so much anxiety, so much stress, and you lash out a little bit. You lash out, but this is how you start to tame your triggers. And one of the things that she mentioned that I actually started to use was having a hair tie on your wrist. And when you notice yourself starting to get a little annoyed, you move the hair tie over, and it allows you a moment to breathe and step back and reflect on what's going on before you just automatically react. But in order to do that, you've got to be self-aware of how you are and who you are, and when you start to get triggered and when you start to get annoyed and when you start to get upset. But noticing those triggers allow you to give yourself the space to, okay, hold on. Let me just reframe. Let me get back right. Let me get back right. And then you are able to not be mad for so long, because we all know that our time is limited. So we do not want to spend our time being upset, being argumentative, or being people that lash out quickly when we are under pressure or under stress. And this helps you in so many different areas of your life. But noticing your triggers, taming your own triggers, being realistic with them, that is one thing that will really transform your life and how you act in your life. The second thing is surrounding yourself with people that make you want to be a better person. There was one time in my life that I was leaving the beach. This is when I lived back in Charleston, South Carolina. And I was with my friend Lauren Howard at the time. Her name is Lang now. And we were driving back from the beach, and there was a car accident. And in this car accident, there was no first responders there yet. The road was kind of blocked off, but because this accident had just happened, it was we could have just drove by, or we could have stopped. Well, she chose to stop. She was driving, or maybe I was driving. I'm not sure which one of us was driving, but she made us stop. And we checked on these people, and we called, and we made sure that the EMS was there, because we could have very much saved that person's life. And it was something that I wouldn't have necessarily done in the moment or at the time, but she is one of those people that made me want to be a better person. And I started becoming an even better person when I would stop what I was doing in the moment to make sure that I was helping someone in need. Now, that was granted years ago. We were been out having a good time on Folly Beach. And I probably wouldn't have, thought much about it. But that's just one of those things that when you are around people that make you want to do better, you actually start doing better. So years later now, I'm one of those people that actually will just do better. I will start doing better things because I've hung around better people that do better things. I'm not some great person. No. I'm a better person because of the better people that I've been hanging around. And that will happen for you too. You hang around people that steal, kill, and destroy, act like Satan's children, you're going to be one of them. You hang around people that are doing things for the community and doing things to help others and giving back, and just being kind, loving people. Then that's what happens for you as well. So, and you might have your own reasons to be around good people, but if you're genuinely a good person, being around other good people is the better route. Because I read this quote actually the other day, and it was don't think that you can be in a negative environment and you're going to change it. Don't think that. No, it will change you. If all of this negativity surrounds you and you're constantly striving and trying to be so much better and just be that good ray of light. Yeah, you can do that, but you got to understand when the presence of good things leave, because they do leave. And there's dark things that happen in this world, and you got to recognize at the same time, like, how much is it worth to you? Do you want to start tainting who you are as a person because of your surroundings? And that's exactly what will happen. So yeah, that was the second tip. Surround yourself with people that make you want to be a better person. And the third one, which I'm going to have to like remember because I made the post a while ago. Start noticing your start facing the things that you've been avoiding. Start facing the stuff that's like, you just don't want to face, like that you don't want to see, that, makes you not so perfect, not so great. Start facing those things. Start actually being like, okay, you know what? I might not be so good at this area of my life. Maybe it's time for me to improve it. I might not be doing the best at this in my life, so maybe it's time for me to, learn how to do this better, learn how to do this more effectively. And then, yes, you'll always find certain things to, work on, improve on, be better at. You will always find those things. So while you're on this journey of facing the things that are in your way and not necessarily the best for you, and, that you've been avoiding, face it with courage. Face those things with courage, because you understand that you are changing something in your life. Face those things with the idea that this is not going to be something that lasts forever. This is only temporary. Your situation is not going to be like this always. And give yourself grace. Okay, so when you're facing these things, like, it's not a time for you to be beating yourself up. Like, I can't believe that I did this. I can't believe that I was this bad. Okay, but you're recognizing it now. You're doing better now. So when you start to face these things, don't beat yourself up about them. Okay, let's not do that. Now, if you have any questions, and also, okay, so it's like the end of April, and I'm starting to record for my season 7 of my podcast, The Empowered Woman, Badass and Unfiltered. And if you have any suggestions for like content that I should put out, please let me know. If there's anything that you would like for me to speak on, please let me know. I have an amazing guest list this season. I've had an amazing guest list, all right? I had a few people that literally changed my life. So Marla Bautista, she is a TEDx speaker that was once homeless, and she also she now has a nonprofit that helps end homelessness in Tampa. And me speaking with her changed my life. I started volunteering in an overnight warming center. And I mean, that honestly, that's one of those things about surrounding myself with people that make me want to be a better person. And I'm sorry, my neighbors are mowing the lawn. So if you hear that, that's why. It's kind of a good thing to mow it during the day. I get it. But it's kind of loud. That was a really good podcast episode, though. Marla Bautista, just her being one of those people that is always doing something for the betterment of society, that was like, okay, hold on. Why is my heart posture so messed up? Why am I not doing that type of stuff? So that was one of the things that I was just like, that podcast itself really made an impact on me. Another one, and it got a lot of downloads as well, because she's, making the world a better place. Another one that really changed my life was interviewing Anastasia from Ukraine. And she is a Ukrainian woman, a Ukrainian businesswoman that has worked with companies as big as McDonald's with their customer service department. And she has helped, I just looked at one of her posts today, she's helped over 140 women flee Ukraine. The war in Ukraine is still very real. It's still going on. It's still happening. And just knowing people that are doing things that are that big in the world to help others really motivates me to be a better person. And I think that it motivates my listeners as well. So again, if you have any suggestions for things that I should talk about in that, definitely let me know. And, as always, I want you to go out and be a badass. Now, if you are feeling a little stuck, a little lost, and just lost in the sauce with everything that you've got going on in your life, and you want a little more direction, you want to be more productive, you're ready, definitely go ahead and book a strategy session with me. And it's complimentary, it's 20 minutes, and we can start to come up with a plan for how to better your life. Because at the end of the day, all of our lives are so temporary, and we just gotta, all of our lives are so temporary. So we have to do the best with what we have and continue to push forward and continue to be the best versions of ourselves. Okay. Call me. All right, I will talk to y'all later. I'm heading out. Thank y'all so much for joining me today, and go have a phenomenal, transformational Tuesday. Bye, guys.